Hi, first graders. I am Sophie's mom, and I'm here to say happy birthday and embarrass her real good. I am going to read your class a story today in honor of Sophie's birthday. And so I picked one of her favorite books. I don't know if you've read it yet. It is called Strega Nona. It was my favorite book when I was your age, and I love to read it. Okay. In a town in Calabria, a long time ago, there lived an old lady everyone called Strega Nona, which meant Grandma Witch. And although all the people in the town talked about her in whispers, they all went to see her if they had troubles. She could cure a headache with oil and water and a hairpin. She made special potions for anybody if they wanted a husband or a wife. And she was very good at getting rid of warts. But Strega Nona was getting old, and she needed someone to help keep her little house and garden. So she put up a sign in the town square. And Big Anthony, who didn't pay attention, went to see her. Anthony, said Strega Nona, you must sweep the house and wash the dishes. You must weed the garden and pick the vegetables. You must feed the goat and milk her, and you must fetch the water. And for this, I'm going to give you 3 coins and a place to sleep and food to eat. Oh, grazie, said Big Anthony. But the one thing you must never do is touch the pasta pot. It is very valuable, and I don't let anybody touch it. Oh, see, yes, said Big Anthony. And so the days went by. Big Anthony did his work, and Strega Nona met with the people who came to see her for headaches and husbands and warts. And Big Anthony had a nice big bed to sleep in next to the goat shed, and he had food to eat. But one evening, when Big Anthony was milking the goat, he heard Strega Nona singing. Peeking in the window, he saw Strega Nona standing over the pasta pot. Ooh, what a curious guy he is. Well, she sang, bubble, bubble, pasta pot, boil me some pasta, nice and hot. I'm hungry, and it's time to sup. Boil enough pasta to fill me up. And the pasta pot bubbled and boiled and was suddenly filled with steaming hot pasta. I've got to get one of those. And then she sang, enough, enough, pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot. So simmer down my pot of clay until I'm hungry another day. How wonderful, Big Anthony thought. That's a magic pot for sure. And Strega Nona called Big Anthony in for supper. But too bad for Big Anthony, because he didn't see Strega Nona blow 3 kisses to the pasta pot. And this is what happened. The next day, when Big Anthony went to the town square for the water, he told everyone about the pasta pot. And naturally, everyone laughed at him because it sounded so silly. A pot that cooked all by itself? You better go confess to the priest, Big Anthony. Such a lie, they said. And Big Anthony was angry. It's not a good thing to be. I'll show them, he said to himself. Someday I will get the pasta pot and make it cook, and they'll be sorry. Got his face. Well, the day came sooner than even Big Anthony would have thought, because 2 days later, Strega Nona said to Big Anthony, Anthony, I must go over the mountain to the next town to see my friend Strega Amelia. Sweep the house and weed the garden, feed the goat and milk her, and for your lunch there's some bread and cheese in the cupboard, and remember, don't touch the pasta pot." "Oh, yes, yes," said Strega Nona. Do you guys believe him? Me neither, because inside he was thinking, my chance has come. And as soon as Strega Nona was out of sight, Big Anthony went inside. He pulled the pasta pot off the shelf and put it on the floor. And he said, let's see if I can remember the words. "Bubble, bubble, pasta pot. Boil me some pasta nice and hot. I'm hungry and it's time to sup. Boil enough pasta to fill me up." And sure enough, that pot bubbled and boiled and began to fill with pasta. "Aha!" said Big Anthony. He ran to the town square. He jumped on the fountain and he said, "Everyone, get forks and plates and platters and bowls. Pasta for all at Strega Nona's house. Big Anthony has made the magic pasta pot work." And of course, everybody laughed. But they ran home to get their forks and plates and platters and bowls. And sure enough, when they got to Strega Nona's, the pasta pot was so full, it was beginning to overflow. See it over here? Whew. Big Anthony was a hero. He scooped out the pasta and he filled the plates and the platters and the bowls, and there was more than enough for all the townspeople, including the priest and the sisters from the convent. And some people came back for 2 and 3 helpings, but the pot was never empty. When all had their fill, Big Anthony sang, "Enough, enough, my pasta pot. I have my pasta nice and hot, so simmer down, my pot of clay, until I'm hungry another day." But alas, he did not blow the 3 kisses. You guys can guess what's going to happen, huh? He went outside to the applause of the crowd, and he took a bow. Oh, yeah. But he was so busy listening to the compliments from everybody, he didn't notice the pasta pot was still bubbling and boiling until a sister from the convent said, "Oh, Big Anthony, look!" And the pasta was pouring out of the pot all over the floor of Strega Nona's house, and it was coming out the door. Well, Big Anthony rushed in and he shouted the magic words again, but the pot kept on bubbling. He took the pot off the floor, but the pasta kept on pouring from it. He grabbed the cover and put it on the pot, and he sat on it. But the pasta raised the cover, and Big Anthony as well, and spilled on the floor of Strega Nona's house. Oh, Big Anthony. "Stop!" yelled Big Anthony. But the pasta did not stop. And if someone hadn't grabbed poor Big Anthony, the pasta would have covered him up. The pasta had all but filled the little house. It was coming out of the windows and through the doors, and the pot just kept on bubbling. Well, the townspeople began to worry. "Do something, Big Anthony!" they shouted. And Big Anthony sang the magic song again. But without the 3 kisses, it did no good. And by this time, the pasta was on its way down the road, and all the townspeople were running to get ahead of it. Whew. "We must protect our town from the pasta," shouted the mayor. "Get your mattresses, tables, doors, anything to make a barricade." But even that didn't work. The pot just kept on bubbling, and the pasta kept on coming. If you can see over here, that's a whole bunch of pasta about to come into the town square. "We are lost," said the people, and the priest and the sisters of the convent. They all began praying. "The pasta's gonna cover our town," they cried. And it certainly would have, had Strega Nona not come down the road, home from her visit, and she didn't have to look twice to know what happened. Look at all that pasta. There's Strega Nona. She sang the magic song and blew the 3 kisses, and with a sputter, the pot stopped boiling and the pasta came to a halt. Oh, grazie! Thank you, thank you, thank you, Strega Nona, the people cried. But then they turned on poor Big Anthony. String him up! The men of the town shouted. Punish him! Now wait, said Strega Nona. The punishment must fit the crime. And she took a fork from a lady standing nearby and held it out to Big Anthony. All right, Anthony, you wanted pasta from my magic pasta pot, Strega Nona said, and I want to sleep in my little bed tonight. So start eating. I don't think he's very happy about that. And he did. Poor Big Anthony. Oh. Could you imagine having to eat all that big pasta? And here's the last page. Oh, poor Anthony. So I hope you like this book. We love this book in my house because Sophie has a brother and his name is Anthony. Happy birthday to my baby girl. I hope your day is awesome. Okay, love you. Bye.